I told you, I do farming.
Yeah.
I do the whole farming. I do chickens. I do goats. I do cows, rabbits, turkeys, and I also grow some crops.
Seeing that you have one leg, I thought you were born like that.
No, I was not born like that, and it's just 2 years. I got an accident just after COVID. I got this accident, and I spent quite some time in the hospital. Then after hospital, I came back. But before the accident, I was doing farming. So what I did, I had to continue with what I know. And again, what I wanted most is to inspire more people, to show people that if me with one leg, me on crutches, I can do something. I can't beg. You also, you can. Yeah, I want to show people that everything is very possible. If me on crutches I can, then you also out there, you can. That's why I'm more in inspiring youth. Instead of begging, you just go out there and you start work. Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Price. Welcome to the channel. Today I have a very, very special guest. Have you ever thought of doing poultry? Do you fear poultry? Do you know the challenges? Do you know the good things? Do you know what you can do to get high yields? Today I'm hosting someone who has been in this project and has very good experience. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on that bell so that anytime I'm uploading, you're the next person to know. In my previous videos, I brought a teacher, I brought someone else who did social work and social administration. So today my guest is going to be telling us what he did on campus and whether he did he even ever bother to look for a job. And currently he's doing a poultry project, and he's employing other people. So he's going to be sharing with us the knowledge, the challenges, and how he overcomes. So thank you so much. Let's wait for our guest. He will be coming in just a few minutes. Okay, so this is my guest. I'm going to let him introduce himself and then we'll continue with the video.
Okay, nice to be here on this very beautiful channel. And before telling you my names, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, it is the right time to subscribe to this channel so that you find lots of good information, lots of encouraging information right on this channel, and lots of inspiration is on this very channel. So don't wait to subscribe to this channel. My name's I'm called Mzee Chicks. You can add there Mzee Chicks Uganda. I do farming, and not only farming, but I just want to inspire other youth out there. That's the way I do my farming. So called Mzee Chicks. I do also train people to do farming. As I told you, I inspire. Then any other thing, I also own a channel that teaches people how to start farming in a very simple way, how to do this kind of farming on a commercial basis. So the channel, it's called Mzee Chicks, the same name. You can visit that channel and you see what is there.
Okay, thank you so much for allowing to come on my channel. So first I want to ask you, what course did you do on campus?
On campus, I did farming in general, but I specialized in poultry.
So growing up, that is what you always wanted?
Yeah, since my childhood, I wanted to be a farmer, and I have passion for farming. So that's why I did that course I told you, and then I add there animal husbandry. Yeah.
Because sometimes you do a course and then you don't find a job. You're like, I didn't find a job. Let me go and do poultry. So now I can see really that's why I think you're excelling in that field.
Yeah. because I started it with all the passion. I did that course with all my passion. That's why I'm excelling in everything I'm trying to do.
Okay, so for someone who is watching, because I think you like have like poultry, like that's the biggest thing you're doing.
That's the biggest thing I am doing. But as I told you, I do farming. I do the whole farming. I do chickens. I do goats. I do cows, rabbits, turkeys, and I also grow some crops.
Okay, I was watching someone on YouTube. He was advised to begin a poultry farm. He didn't have any knowledge, so they told him, if you will buy one, then after 6 months you will sell. So now that means if you buy like 500 after 6 months, then multiply. But after, of course, he made losses. Then he was saying, people will come and tell you, but they will not tell you like what the input is. They will just show you the other side, the good side.
You're right when you say like that, because most people, when they are trying maybe to teach us this kind of farming, even other businesses, they only show us the positive side of the venture. They don't show us the negative side of the venture. But as you know very well, each and every business, not only this venture farming, but also other businesses, it has the positive and the negative side of the venture. So when you start, or when you encouraged by someone to start not only farming but also other ventures, just know that there are two sides. And when you start, as you know, there are two sides. Of course, you will excel in everything, because you'll be know that I'm excelling, but with the time there are some challenges. So you try to prepare for the challenges. So that's what I think. It is discouraging, maybe the one you told me about, but that's all. But with this kind of farming, when you decide to venture into farming, maybe you're starting with the chickens, as you said, you just you first do a little bit of research about what you're going to start with. And what I know, with that little bit of research, you will know the challenges after that will come after you're starting. Yes.
So for someone who's going to begin, what are the challenges that they should expect, especially for poultry farmers, because people rarely rear rabbits. So we are going to be talking
specifically
about
poultry.
So what are those challenges, if you're starting, that you should expect?
Okay, with the poultry, the first challenge, what you have to know, it's all about knowledge. As you're starting, first and foremost, first look for information about, maybe if you're starting with the chickens. And also with the chickens, it's a bit wide, because we have their broilers, we have their layer birds, we have their these drop purpose, we have their local chickens. But it's all about you. Are you going to start with the broilers? Try to look for the information about maybe broilers. Then after knowledge, there is the market. And it's a very, very big challenge with the poultry farming, because people decide maybe to start chickens. They have their money, their capital, but afterwards they put their chickens, they start to feed. Then when it reaches time to sell them off, they find that challenge of market. And it's a very big challenge. And what I advise here, as you're starting, be also looking for market, or doing a little bit of research on market, so that when it reaches time to present your chickens maybe to market, you will have that market. That's also another challenge with the
We have how
chickens.
many challenges now?
We have two.
And what?
One, it was knowledge.
Yeah.
Then the second one, it's market. Then another one, it's all about maybe these feeds, feeds in general, cause on market there are fake feeds and maybe medicines, fake feeds and medicines. And if you start as knowing that there is that challenge, you will be finding a way to look for those joining people where you will be buying your feeds and then medicines. Then the other challenges, maybe they are seasonal. You find that the chicken is fall sick, but that one we all know that one, so you have to prepare for it. And that's why I'm trying to say that you get good sources where you'll be buying medicines. So it's also a challenge that chickens do fall sick, and then other minor things. But what diseases. But what I say, these things can't stop you to start, because as you know very well, every venture, as I said, there are those challenges. It's all about to know how to fix these challenges, then you proceed with the venture.
Okay, so for someone who is starting, would you encourage, like, which one is better, the broilers or the layers?
Okay, it depends. There are those people who are just starting with the little capital or with no capital. What I would advise, you can start with these our very own local breeds of chickens, the local birds, because with that one, you can even start with maybe 5-6 chickens, the 5 hens and 1 cock, and then you reach 750 birds within just a period of a year. But just to take an example, 6 chickens is something very cheap to start with, but within no time you will be multiplying. Then there is someone who want to start with the target that maybe I have my capital. Let's take an example. You having maybe 200 and you want to multiply that money very fast. Within a few period of time you get something, and then maybe you do other things. I can advise that one to go for broilers, because when with the broilers they just take 6 to 8 weeks to sell. So for that one you can go for broilers. Then there's those people with the prepared with their capital. You can go for layers, because layers they require a little bit of capital, but they give a lot of profits. So that's how you can start with this kind of chicken rearing.
So what's special about local chicken compared to the others? Because you said if you can even start with like no capital. What's special about the local breed?
The local breed, there are very many things maybe favorable to start with these local breeds of chickens. First of all, as I said, if you have little capital, they are easy to maintain.
They don't fall sick?
They are resistant. They fall sick, but they are a bit more resistant than other types of chickens. So for that first person who is just want to start this venture of chickens, it's very 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 good to start with such breeds. Then another thing, you can feed them cheaply, because they are adopted to all conditions. You can just supplement them as they are looking for themselves feeds. So for that startup person, it's very very easy to start with the local chickens.
Are they also like the broilers? Like these broilers, if one is infected, then all most likely.
Yeah, I will say it is a yes.
Also local.
Yeah, I will say it is a yes. But what you will have to do, as you starting, I know you starting small, as I said, maybe with the 6 chickens, but you timing it as a venture. You investing there that little money. So what you have to do, do everything professionally. Do everything as you know that you going into it commercially. So you have to vaccinate to avoid all this, that maybe if one bird is sick, it will be spread to the whole flock. You have to vaccinate. Then that one will be stopped. But if you're not carrying out such practices, of course the whole flock will be affected.
Okay, so this guy that was telling us about his business, he was at first he was doing broilers. Then of course he said they will say up to 6 weeks, but the money he was spending on each, in the feeds, in medicine, that it's really that business, because when you count the input and what they will pay you, it's not worth it. Do you agree with him?
Yeah, that one I agree with him. It is time that maybe if you want to bring back your money very early, but the expense also are there. You may find that those 6 weeks, the 8 weeks, you've already spent there a lot. Then maybe the profits are there, are small. Profits are small, maybe compared to other birds. But with these other birds, maybe local chickens, they take long maybe to be sold, but at least the profits are there. Yeah, cause you will be spending less on them. Even if you be selling in 6 months time, or 5 months, or 4 months, but you will get something than this one from Broilers.
Okay, so after the broilers disappointed him, and then he was advised, oh, now you just bring the layers, because they will give you eggs, and after the eggs then you can sell them for meat. So he brought the layers, and what would happen, like he said that when they are going to lay, then like if like something personal makes noise, then they will not lay. Like if he was getting 10 trays, then time for laying, and maybe like an aeroplane passes and they get scared, then from 10 he will get 4 trays. How true is that?
That one is very true. That's why I say that to start layers birds, you should be well prepared in everything. In cash, all those conditions you've mentioned, everything for layers. When you bring in your birds, your layers birds, you should be ready to deal with all those things, because layers, they are very sensitive. They pace, but they are very sensitive. If let's take an example, if this week they are to be vaccinated and you miss, then just expect a loss in the future there. If you have to change their feeds maybe this week and you pass a week, you will be affected in the future there. So you have to be well prepared. But they pace, but what I will say, you have to be well prepared for the layers.
Okay. So for how long have you been in this business?
This business, I will say about 6 years. Because after my studies, I just started farming, as I told you. And me also, I started with the layers birds for some 2 years. Then after there, I started goats. I started with the 17 goats. Right now, I have 70. Then after there, I added on turkeys, then local chickens. And the reason why I'm doing also this local chickens, as I told you at first, I want to inspire other people into this kind of farming. And my doing of farming, I don't only target profits, but I also want to inspire other people out there. That's why I told you that I have also a farming channel, a YouTube channel. Yeah, it's all about to inspire people into farming. You know very well, this farming, it's all everything. Yeah, we have to have food, we have to have money.
Space.
Yeah, so I do encourage everyone to join farming.
Okay, so for the time that you have done this farming, is there a point where you almost like gave up?
Yeah, several times.
Okay. Tell us.
Yeah.
What was the problem?
Several times I will say. As I told you, I brought in my first batch of layers when I was not prepared enough for that batch. So it reached
Even
time.
after studying at campus, how were you not prepared? Because it's something you studied.
No, it's something I studied, but as you know very well, we studied there at the campus, but there are other things we have to do more research. You study there at the campus, but you have to add on doing research on these very ventures maybe. So I started with these layers, and it reached a time I had to change feeds. Yet by that time I didn't have enough money. I stayed them on the previous feeds. Actually, I was going to shoot them from growers feeds to pre-layers feeds. So I didn't have that money by then. It took like 3 weeks, and the birds stayed for other 1 month minus starting laying. Yet the man I prepared was over. I was there confused. I wanted even to sell off the birds when they are still young, so it discouraged me. Then another thing, it was all about vaccinating. It was time to vaccinate for Newcastle, then it passed. I didn't have money for the vaccine that very week. It passed a week. What I'm telling you, I was surprised the birds were attacked by Newcastle, and I lost quite a number. So it discouraged me, and I said maybe I leave.
Find a job.
I find maybe any other job. I said farming can't pay. But as I told you, I started farming with passion. I said, I have to continue with my passion. So those are some of the challenges.
Okay, this is Mzee. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel, guys. If you want to learn anything about this poultry thing, his channel has everything. But I think me, if I'm to do, I see you do more of local. I think I would go for local chicken.
Yeah, you do.
To be honest, really.
To be honest, you can start with the local chickens. You can start with the local chickens. Then, as you learn, you get more experience. You do more research as you're doing your local chickens. Then, with the time, you can shoot to other type of birds you want, maybe broilers or layers like that. But you can start with the local chickens as you learn. And another thing, if you're having a little capital, that's an added advantage to start with the local chickens. Yeah.
Okay, so I found you in Gayaza. Do you have like mobile services you offer? Like people can find you. Like what services do you offer? Mobile services, because your farm is in Iganga.
Yeah.
But I found you here in Gayaza doing stuff somewhere. So what mobile services do you follow? Maybe some people may be watching and are interested in your services.
Yeah, I do mobile service. As I told you, I help people to start their farming. I help people. I teach people how they can do their farming. I set farms for them, and then I have lots of innovations I do to simplify you're doing local chickens and other types of chickens. Like here, you found me here setting up a brooder whereby I name it as zero heat brooder, where we don't use extra heat and we don't use extra light to brood our chickens. So it's an innovation I came up with to help people to cut costs of doing chickens. I have also another innovation. I have a homemade incubator where also you can hatch eggs minus electricity. You just use a kerosene lamp and other innovations. So I do mobile services to train people, to help them to do their farming, to help them to set up their farms, and other services. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're there and you want to begin and maybe you also need training in your comfort, you can call him. And
I do also online services. You can reach me via my WhatsApp. You can reach me via TikTok. You can reach me via YouTube, Facebook. All I use Mzee Chicks. So if you verify, you can WhatsApp me. You ask something, then I take you through. Yes.
Do we still have time? We talk about the goat project, or you're rushing to go back?
Okay, briefly about
briefly.
It's okay.